All right, hey YouTubers, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to show you how to pump down a unit. We are going to be replacing this condenser. We're going to be replacing this condenser with a brand new one. One of the processes that we have to do is we have to pump it down, which means we're going to take all the freon that is in the system and get it trapped inside the compressor. So I'm going to go as fast as I can because I know time is of the essence. So, here's the drill. And of course, where's that screwdriver? Somebody lost my truck. Always check for bees. That's your contactor. Your capacitor's back in there. We're live, we're hot right now. So what I want to do here is my disconnect. See that? That's where you shut your power off. Remember, dealing with electricity is like dealing with a rattlesnake. Right now the rattlesnake is loose. Once I switch the disconnect off, then the rattlesnake will be in its cage. You do not want to put your hands in here. This is 220 volts. 120 coming in on each side. Now, I'm going to verify this with my technique. Always use a safe method, which is a rubber handle, and we're going to push in the disconnect. Got my nifty little, this is really cool, this little setup. It's a Klein screwdriver with all shapes and sizes. It has the 1/4 inch and the 5/16. And what you do is you can put any size head on here, in this case, a flathead screwdriver. Now, I'm going to remove the lid. Do not touch the metal of the screwdriver. Only touch the rubber. Remove the little lid, because some of them have it. This one does. We're not going to need it anymore. And inside here, there's going to be a button. That is your disconnect. Now what you do is you press here. You hear that? Everything comes on. So basically a disconnect is a bridge for power coming in from the house to the unit itself. Right now this side is dead, this side is hot. And when you press this, you cross the bridge. Contactor. Now we know we're hot, so flip the switch on there. Now I use 3 methods of protocol when dealing with high voltage that will prevent you from getting hurt. I've been hit with 277, and let me tell you, man, it's no fun. Now, number 1, press the contactor. Okay, nothing comes on. That doesn't mean you may not have electricity. Okay, so number 2, I get my trusty meters. Number 2, I always go with 3 protocols when it deals with electricity because I never want to get hit again. You flip over to VAC where it says voltage. Now, I'm going to take my 2 leads and I'm going to place them where the power comes into the house, into the unit. Nothing. See, we're dead. See? We're dead. That is protocol number 1 is pressing this. Protocol number 2 is testing with your meter. Right? And number 3 is the most dangerous. That's why it's the last. Now that I've checked it here and with the meter, what I like to do is with the back of my finger. Are you too close or okay? With the back of my finger, I'm not going to touch it like this, because if I touch it like this, it'll grab and I'll be stuck. With the back of your finger, if you get hit, number 1, you're only getting hit with 120, 110, 120, whatever. So it'll pop you, but it won't grab you. If you hit it like this, it'll grab. Understand? So hit it with the back of your finger, because after this, you are going to have full hands-on contact with high voltage wire. So you need to make sure that that power is off. 3 protocols. Number 1, contactor. Nothing. That doesn't mean you're safe. Number 2, meter. VAC, voltage. Okay, it says it's dead. That doesn't mean you're safe. Number 3, touch it. We're good. What's up, Joey? Now we can put our hands on this thing. But first, we need to pump it down. Where's my channels? Did you bring them? Is he getting it done down there?
Yeah, he's disconnecting the wires. I told him to stop at the coil.
To what?
Stop cutting the coil loose. So we may have to go like this with everything. Because the coil's kind of heavy. And for all of us to get our hands on it, it's going to be kind of hard. And I tried to get the jack in the into the nursery. There's no putting it through that door. Even lifting the legs and all that shit, it ain't gonna go in. It's too tall, not enough room to fucking maneuver.
So is everything disconnected on the air handle?
Except I told him to stop cutting the coil loose on it.
Okay.
Because we need it to hold long enough to slide the whole thing out into the kitchen.
Low side, high side. The small line is your high pressure side. The low side is your big line. Low pressure. What you want to do is blue for low pressure, red for high. I'm explaining everything, but I'm also doing it on video. Maybe I'll get some subscribers. All right, so the red is the high side for high pressure. We're going to put that on the little line. High side.
Let me go get you some water.
Okay. We can unpackage all the units, get them ready.
Power delay.
Low side. This unit has power, but we just shut it off. Oh. It better, that rattlesnake better be in the cage. At this point, yeah. Okay, so right now we have pressure. 150 over 150. We got to get all this. You do not need the inside unit on to pump the unit down, because remember, you got this contactor. We have our own power. Now that we've done all that, I'm going to turn the power back on so that we can run the compressor. But in order to do so, we need to close down. These are shut-off valves. This is a shut-off valve for your high side. Can you see my finger? What I'm pointing at? And the big one is the shut-off valve over here for the low side. And the freon works. The freon on the high side goes into the house, and this brings it back. The big line brings it back, and the high side takes it to the house. So we're going to shut off the side, this side that goes to the house. We're going to shut it off. In order to do so, you need a little Allen wrench. Oh, where is my little mother effer? Okay, so I've got this little guy right here. This fits both the big and the small line. So we're going to shut off our high side. Shut it down. It's a valve. Shut it down. We do not want the freon escaping back into the unit. Remember, we're pumping it down, which means this big one is going to be bringing all the freon back to the compressor, and then we're going to shut it down, trap all of the freon inside the compressor. Caprice? So now we're shut down on the high side. Now I'm going to get the low side ready. Aaron,
Yo.
I'm going to go ahead and hit the power.
Turn it back on?
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the contactor, and I'm going to read my gauges. When these gauges zero out, I want you to shut that power off, okay? So watch the gauges. Can you see from there?
I'm watching.
See how it's going down? The compressor is sucking all of the freon back into it. No freon is going back into the house, to the air handler. The freon is all being sucked by the compressor into the compressor. And we're going to trap it there. Now once it gets there, I'm shutting down the low side right now. I'm shutting down the low side valve because we're zeroing out, which means we don't have any more freon in the inside unit or the line set of copper. So I'm shutting it down. Once I shut it down, I'll kill the power. Okay, both valves are shut. Kill the power. We have very little freon left in the line set. We have little to no freon left in the unit inside. So now I can cut my copper, see? Now that the power's off, let's check our power one more time. Some may call this reckless. I call it a lifesaver, because if you get hooked, you're hooked. So, no power, we're safe. Now I can disconnect my high voltage, I can disconnect my low voltage that goes to the thermostat, and I can cut my copper lines. Now, remember to subscribe. I'm always doing something, so please subscribe to my channel. I need at least 470 more subscribers. If you want to see more stuff that we do, check into my channel, like it, subscribe it, and wait for the next one. Thank you. Love you.